Everyone. Happy Monday. It is Monday, December 6th, 2021. I hope you guys had a good weekend, especially with the solar eclipse. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you were able to find ways to enjoy it. It wasn't, it, for me personally, it was pretty uneventful, I'll say, for sure. It's definitely uneventful. Um, did I do the live stream correctly? Maybe, maybe not. I guess we'll find out in a second. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hi, guys. So happy Monday to you. Welcome to Morning Coffee. Hello, Varush. Hi, Mom. Mom Bear. Hello, gentlemen. Two of the local roosters just showed up. Are you guys joining our party today? That's good. Welcome. So I hope you guys had a good weekend. It was like I was saying, for me personally, it was fairly uneventful. I spent I was really tired over the weekend. The eclipse kind of hit me. I had a weird week. You guys know. I had a weird week. I had a tough week with, YouTube and uploads. Hi, Jessica. Luckily, the upload situation worked its way out by Friday. By the end of the day on Friday. So, like, my whole week was screwed. I mean, not completely screwed because I was able to at least get some things done. But it just took forever, as you guys know. But what I'm hearing is that was partially an effect of, the moon's cycle and the eclipse that we were experiencing. A lot is changing. And we've been talking about that for a long time now. The change is coming. I just heard the song, I Feel It Coming by The Weeknd pop into my head. 222 on the counter. Yay. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just feeling pretty over it today. Pretty frustrated, ready to just like completely check out. And me personally, I'm feeling this push or this drive to just focus on me, focus on kind of keeping to myself, doing the work that I need to do, but not really associating much. Life in general, for me, when it comes to dealing with other people is becoming really frustrating. And what I've really started to notice within my life recently is that there is a level of demand that comes from external sources. And you feel pressured or you feel obligated to follow through. And then you do follow through with that, with whatever your part is in the situation, or like, keeping up your end of the bargain. But then when it comes down to others following through with it, it seems like people just fall short, and somehow they're allowed to fall short. They're allowed to keep falling short, and make excuses for it. And it's really frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. And I'm reaching a point where I don't know exactly what to do about it any longer. I don't know how to handle it, other than just keep to myself. And I'm hearing do the bare minimum of what it is I have to do, but at the same time, that's not fair to myself either, So we keep pushing, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of how I'm feeling at the moment. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. It's good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you were able to enjoy the solar eclipse that we had. And we are looking forward to brighter days to come. Yes? Excellent. What I'm hearing is that, this solar eclipse, even though we can't really see it, 444 on the counter, even though we can't really see it yet, in the physical, this solar eclipse is absolutely ushering in better energies to come. How exactly that plays out, not really sure, but we're just going to have to go along for the ride, right? Yeah. All right, guys. So let's just get into this. Let's get into the cards. I have the two decks. I have my two decks here. One for the reading, and then, or one for the initial message, and then one for clarification. And then I was drawn to the secret language of light for our closing oracle guidance today. So let's do that, shall we? And see what messages we have for the collective at this time. Here we go. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for the collective at this time. Please bring forward the best messages to serve their highest good and the highest good of all involved. Please give us clear and accurate representation of the energies in terms of the situations, situationships, romances, relationships, circumstances, and places in which we all need it the most. Thank you so very much, Spirit. All right, guys, let's dive in, yeah? I'm going to give this 5 shuffles, and we'll see what messages we have for the collective at this time. This is 1. This is 2. Okay, something just came out. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep it. Okay, this is 3. This is 4. And this is 5. So, it seems that the topic for today is right along with what I'm already feeling. All right. We have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, which has come out while I was doing our shuffle here. And I'm hearing this is a lack of cooperation, a lack of teamwork, a lack of working together, maybe even a lack of communication. And so the message here is, how do we deal with that? We have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Now, the main reason as to why we have this going on here, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, we have a lack of cooperation, we have a lack of communication. I'm also hearing a lack of seeing things clearly. All right, a lack of cooperation, communication, working together, teamwork, lack of all that, because people are very much in this energy of the Magician, which isn't necessarily bad. However, it's being taken to an extreme, and it's being used against one another. Now, what I'm also hearing with the Magician, because the Magician is kind of representing both sides of the equation. You have people that are just in it for themselves, and then you also have people that are trying to work together or just trying to do what they need to do. Hi, Tony. I'm also hearing that there's lack of awareness here, but also with this Magician energy, there's an energy of many of us just trying to fight through the pain, fight through the heartbreak and all that. We're trying to make things happen. We're trying to make things work. Hi, everyone. Hi, Divinely Covered Empress. Hi, Nin, GLG Nin. All right. But I'm hearing also I'm hearing very strongly lack of self-awareness, which has people in a magician type energy or a manipulative type energy, right? And I was just talking to a friend of mine about this morning. I had some breakfast he and I had breakfast together. And we were just talking about how, naturally, our natural process as humans is fairly manipulative. We learn at a very early age when we're babies we need to speak up, or we need to cry or do whatever, get the attention that we need so that we get what we need, right? So technically this is we're in a bit of a manipulative energy anyway. But like I was saying to him at the time, and what I'm going to say now is, it depends on how you use it. It depends on how far you take it. And we have situations here in which people are acting in manipulative ways to get what it is that they want, but they're not recognizing, they're not realizing how it may be hurting other people because there is a lack of self-awareness. And there's even a lack of desire to be aware, right? The Three of Pentacles in reverse does represent lack of teamwork, lack of communication, and all that kind of stuff. But it also represents a lack of self-awareness in terms of the fact that the Three of Pentacles can also represent self-mastery. Hello, Kemwa. Welcome. I'm glad you were able to make it. Good morning, Annette. It's a lack of self-awareness that's going on here. But even still, like, even just like saying that right now, it's like, okay, well, that's nothing new, right? Tell us something we don't know, Spirit. Okay. But the feeling that I'm getting from this right now is talking about how 1111 on the counter, talking about how we can work through this. Okay, let's talk about this. So what do you want us, how do we work through this, please, Spirit? What do you need us to know about this at this time? Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, that makes sense as well. Yeah, that makes sense as well. Okay. So this might seem or feel trivial to you, or at least to the egoic mind, the egoic sense of self, which is not a bad part of you. All right. But you have, as an overall energy right now, you do have the Page of Cups. And what we need to really be focusing on is dreaming up our new reality. Focusing on what it is that makes us happy, focusing on honing in on what helps us feel safe and connected, and literally focusing there. Not paying attention to anything else that is around you, or at least any of the other things in your life that are out of alignment, out of whack, whatever. Okay. What else we have here? What's come out on the table? How do we deal with this lack of self-awareness that is surrounding us currently? And it's not even like this is new, you guys. This isn't new. This has been going on for ages, decades, centuries, millennia even. This is like this is a human thing, right? But what's different about it now is that the lack of self-awareness that has been harbored, habitually perpetuated in our society, in life in general, whatnot, whatever, the evidence of that is really starting to stare us in the face. Like, at this point, we can't really get around it. We can't really lie our ways out of it. We can't rationalize or logically talk ourselves out of it any longer. And so because of that, it feels like people are doubling down in their stance. Because there is this lack of self-awareness, because there is this lack of having done what you needed to do to work on yourself, 333 on the counter as I'm talking about this Three of Pentacles. But because of that, people are digging their heels in. People are doubling down on this because they know that they're wrong. They know that they've screwed up. They know that they haven't been handling or haven't been holding responsibility for what it is they needed to. And now that's coming back to haunt them. And instead of doing what's right, instead of standing up for it, instead of manning up, or however you want to say it, instead, what do? They blame us, or they blame everyone else around them, instead of taking responsibility for their own shit, right? So what do we do about that, you guys? First of all, we don't play the blame game. I just heard the blame game. We don't play the blame game with them. Okay? Literally what we do is Six of Swords, Hanged Man, King of Swords. We literally just move forward. Cut ourselves loose, cut them loose, and just focus on moving forward. Focus on creating or dreaming up a better reality. Page of Cups is your overall energy here. There's nothing we can do about it. We can't change things for them. We can only really change things for ourselves. And thus we just move forward. And I guess you could, because what I just heard was this is reciprocity speaking, which is weird, but it makes sense when you think about it. Because if reciprocity is speaking here and is saying you get back what you put in, then it would be reciprocal, don't you think? It would be reciprocal for you to wipe your hands of it and say I'm done and walk away. Why? Well, because you didn't put anything in. So how can you expect to get anything back? I'll wait. Oh, oh, you don't have an answer. Thus, we move forward. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There is no argument. This is an objective point of view, you guys. This is an emotionless, detached, objective point of view. An objective point of view that we had no other choice but to accept, the hanged man. And we can say we had no other choice to accept it, other than to accept it, because we've been stuck in this situation. But you know what the hanged man also says? This enlightenment is for your own good. Whether you are the person that's saying cut and loose and moving forward, or you're the person that's being left behind. Ultimately, at some point, it serves your highest good. Because these lessons need to be learned. I mean, it's what we came here for, isn't it? This isn't a vacation. This isn't a trip to your favorite theme park. This isn't a week in Disney World. This is creator school, guys. This is not a joke. It's not a joke. What, you think we're playing? Karma is real. And no, she's not a bitch. Karma is just. Karma is who she needs to be. And if you don't like it, or if you find yourself on the wrong end of her sword, then that's on you. You have no one else to blame. It is your actions that got you there. Let's see what's next. I do want to say, you guys, that I am doing my best to keep my shadow in check. I'm doing my best. All right, Spirit. So what's next? What else do you want to say about this? Okay. We do need to remain patient. We do need to remain patient. Take all of this. All right. We're back to the magician here. Okay. I'm sorry, hold on, let me catch up with some of the chat here. We don't vibrate in these lower timelines. Yeah, no shame to these humans who are energetically challenged. We can't change them. We are here to be. Yeah. Yeah, karma is exactly what you put out. Yep. Oh, Valerie, thank you so much for that donation. Thank you, Valerie. I really appreciate that. If people are mentally challenged, the folks I deal with are energetically challenged. Yeah. 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 All right, guys. So let's move forward here. What do we have next? Well, the first card that's come out, again, keep in mind, we're back to the magician at the bottom of the deck here. Okay. And when I look at the magician, I hear this is all meant to be. In some weird, crazy, strange way, this is still all... Oh, happy birthday, R. But what you have here is temperance. Temperance to the 9 of Pentacles. So if you really need to keep to yourself right now, throughout all of this, I completely understand why. And Spirit is actually saying it would behoove you to do that. it is better for us right now just to keep to ourselves than to continue engaging in certain situations or circumstances that are only going to lead to more destruction. Because what I'm feeling right now for us as a collective is that it's really starting to light a fire underneath us, I guess you could say. And there is a potential for us to pop off. And that's really not what we want to do here. So if you really just need to, in order for you to keep calm, in order for you to stay in your sovereignty, in order for you to remain patient, if you really just need to keep to yourself right now, then do that. Don't even engage. All right? Focus on the positivity. Focus on the truth of really what it is you want to manifest at this time. Instead of focusing on what's going wrong or who's treating you poorly or any of that stuff, focus on, put your time, your attention, your energy, your effort, your joy into what it is you would rather see in your life versus what it is you are experiencing currently right now. Okay? Because it's going to come through. Ace of Pentacles, but there are still some things that we're going to have to work on allowing to release from us, from ourselves, from society, from our circle, whatnot, whatever. We just have to have the strength to bear through it. Okay? Your pain right now is leading you forward. Three of Swords, Three of Wands. All right? But what's come out here on the table is Temperance and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay? So this just feels like a very strong message of just staying firm. Stand where you are. Remain respectful. All right? But also keep to yourself. Point blank, period. For your own sanity. Okay? We have 3 more cards here. Oh, man. Oh, man. And this is exactly why there is 2222 on the counter. Okay, so what's happening here in the collective right now is those of us that have really been working on ourselves, focusing on healing and all that kind of stuff, you really, really, really need to keep to yourself as much as you can. All right? Within reason, obviously. But that is because what's coming out next? The World, Justice, and the Four of Pentacles. So those who keep holding on to the past circumstances, to the past relationship woes, past relationships, all that stuff, everything that people are focusing so hard to hold on to keep intact right now, karma's going to be served to them. And really the only karma that's going to be served in this situation, what Spirit is saying is those who wish to hold others back from moving forward are going to reap the worst of this. Because it's within our divine right to move forward. If we as a collective, if we as humanity, if we as the people say it is time for us to move forward, we have every right to do so. And those who try to stop it will reap the worst of this. Point blank, period. I'm not sitting here trying to make this up. The cards are coming out on their own. The message is clear. And many of us know this already. And that could be part of what's making us so frustrated. If you're feeling so frustrated about this at this time, you know exactly what's going on here. But you also know what's coming. Maybe we don't know exactly how it's going to materialize, but we know what's coming. We can feel it, can't we? And part of the frustration that I feel is flowing through the collective right now is, when is this just going to happen already? We have to give it time. We have to allow the divine to work that out for us. Okay? Okay. Wow. I want to get into some clarification. We're going to give this 5 shuffles. 1. Look, we all deal with anxiety when it comes to release and moving forward and change. This is 2. No one is having judgment passed on them for having a difficult time with change. We all have a difficult time with change, regardless as to whether you're a fixed sign, a cardinal sign, whatever. Okay? Everybody has difficulty with certain amounts of change or certain types of change. This is 3. But what we are talking about here is the reality of individuals that are maintaining or holding a certain structure to the detriment of other people. This is 4. Like, literally and consciously making decisions to preserve certain situations or certain structures that only, what I'm hearing is only really brings the downfall of others, but also brings the downfall of self. I did just see 555. But if you are one of those individuals that is here working to preserve something, an old, outdated point of view or system, when you know consciously that it is ripping apart the lives of other people, then you stand to face the worst of this retribution. And it's not even like it's a big divine law or, you know, God source creator is looking to punish anybody. It's literally cause and effect, you guys. What you put out is that which you receive back. So if you're putting out energies of suffering, if you're perpetuating situations that just generate suffering for other people so that you can preserve your way of life, or so that you can make big amounts of money, or so that you can have a bunch of clout, this, that, and the third, you are going to face the retribution. You are generating, hey Adam, you are generating the karma for yourself. Because you are literally taking away a person's right to choose. All the while saying, oh no, this is for your best, for your highest good, and oh, it'll all work out for you in the end, and blah, blah, blah. No, it won't. Because you are literally putting systems into place to preserve your own self on the behalf of, on the backs and with the blood of other people. And you will face karma for that. Four. And 5. All right, y'all. Let's start here. We're going to get some clarification going. You have the world, justice, the 4 of Pentacles. Those who work to keep the system in place shall reap the worst of this, right? Let's clarify. Overall energy so far is the Fool. We're moving forward, regardless to what you say. And the harder you make this for everybody, the worse it's going to be for you in the end. Cause and effect. The world, justice, 4 of Pentacles. Please clarify, Spirit. Whoa. Overall energy is the Empress. Abundance, unconditional love, freedom, acceptance. What we have here, you guys, is the Ace of Swords to the Ace of Wands, to the 9 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles. Remain aligned with truth, integrity, authenticity. Remain aligned with that which inspires you to move forward. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. And just keep going, persevere, because we're reaching reciprocity. We are coming to a time in which greater reciprocity is going to be available to us. But we have to stand in the truth. We have to stand in the alignment of that. with that throughout. We can't be willy-nilly about it. We can't be wishy-washy about it. We have to stand in that truth, and we have to persevere. But that's what these individuals or these situations seem to be fighting against, right? This is what we're clarifying. The world justice, the Four of Pentacles, all right? This is definitely a situation in which when everybody prospers, is doing well, then that is actually the best for everyone. So, with that said, let's talk about Temperance and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, Kamwa. I feel sad when someone treats me in a deceiving way, deceptive way. Not for me, but for them. They are clueless to what they just brought on themselves. Exactly. Anyway, let's talk about Temperance and the Nine of Pentacles. Can you clarify this, please, Spirit? Temperance with the Nine of Pentacles. King of Wands. See? All right. All right. Overall energy here is the Queen of Pentacles. We are no longer, and I just feel like we've been saying this for a while now, but it's gotten to a point where we are really no longer giving into situations that are not reciprocal to us. Period. We're just not doing it. We're just not doing it with that Queen of Pentacles energy. But what's clarified here, or what we have Temperance and the Nine of Pentacles that are clarified by the King of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. This is confidence. This is self-security. This is knowing that if you've been doing your work, you're good. You have a leg to stand on. You can be confident. You can stand up for yourself. You can feel inspired. Three of Cups, Six of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Wands. This dynamic here is changing. This hive mind mentality, the past circumstances are all changing. And the floodgates are opening up. What I'm getting here with the Eight of Wands is that things are becoming clearer. Which kind of feels like an oxymoron, I guess I want to say. Because even though things are becoming clearer, it feels like more and more restrictions are being put upon us and things are becoming more and more restricted. But actually, it's just the realization of what's truly happening here. And it's the energy of trying to clamp down. So this does kind of feel like, an oxymoron, but at the same time, it makes sense as to why some of this energy may feel like we're being stifled even more. But that's just because of the realization that's being brought upon here, the enlightenment I'm hearing that's being brought upon here, because we're working on ourselves. We're building our sense of self-confidence. We are building our sovereignty. We are building our independence. And the more that we do that, the more things change. The less we rely on the public's opinion or whatever, needing to feel like we're acceptable within a society that is already twisted to begin with. Three of Cups. The more we wake up and move ourselves out of that energy, the freer we become, but also the more people or others try to restrict us. I hope this is making sense. Part of me feels like I'm rambling, but I guess I'm just allowing the message to come through, so. Can you hear the frustration in my voice? Can you see it in my face? I am so tired. I am so tired of having to work, do, Meet this deadline, meet that deadline, blah, 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 blah. With the feelings of, well, I'll get back what I put in, and then being slighted each and every time. I'm so tired of that. I am so tired of valuing other people's time and attention and energy and having my own devalued right back to me. I'm so tired of it. And yet, we press on, right? Where do we want to go from here, Spirit? Closing Oracle guidance. Okay. Lightworker Oracle. I'm sorry, the secret language of light. Five shuffles. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Alrighty. Closing Oracle guidance, please, Spirit. Card number 25. Manifestation. Okay. And this is right in alignment. We're right in line with what I was saying in the very beginning about if you do what you need to do to remain centered and grounded and without as much aggravation and frustration as you can. This is not the type of time or moment or energy for you to inject yourself into places and start reading people the riot act, no matter how much you might want to. Because that is only going to make things worse, okay? But what this card says here, the very first, the main line in this book, it says, you will attract what you give your focus to. So don't focus on this shit, okay? Even though we just sat here and spent about the last half hour talking about it. Don't focus on this shit. Instead, focus on the Page of Cups. What do you dream of? Where do you see yourself? How do you want to feel? Focus on that. Nothing else. You are about to experience something you have longed for. You may not see any evidence yet, but don't be disheartened. Instead, be still and align with your soul. Soon you will be inspired to take a step forward where you will meet your dreams and desires. Fall in love with the unknown, and the path of the known will materialize. You create your life through how you feel and what you think. When you change your beliefs, your life changes to match it. First, you must be aware of how you feel in the present. So this is why we were even talking about this to begin with, right? Okay. Practice focusing on what makes your heart sing, not shrink. The time just before manifestation is an opportunity to change any story from your past, present, or future. Your perception is altering, so you can see in a new light. Everything is created twice. Firstly, in the vibrational realm, perceived as imagination, Page of Cups, right? Feeling or dreaming. and then in the physical world as manifested objects. Enjoy the journey to all you are manifesting, and your desires will arrive sooner. This is the nature of creation. I want to read this because in this book they have a number of different sections associated with these cards. And this, there's a section here that says journal work, and I want to share that. I want to share that. So the journal work of this card, manifestation, says, writing a list of desired things does not bring them to you. This is just a way to start focusing on what is wanted rather than what you think is missing or is undesirable. Draw or write about 7 things you want in your life. Write in the present tense as if you already have whatever it is you want. Don't think about how they will come about or what you might need to do to bring them into your life, as this will only limit your options. Your desires may be mental, spiritual, financial, social, physical, or concerned with your career or a relationship. When something manifests, add a new desire to keep your list of 7. Okay, guys. Did you notice how it just got quiet? And do you notice that every time I speak, there's interference in the background? Don't let them silence you. Don't let them stifle you. Don't let them drown you out. And you know what? Rather than trying to scream on top of their lungs or above them, just pull back. You don't have to be engaged. You don't have to wage a war on anybody. You don't have to read anybody the riot act. You don't have to tell anybody about themselves. The universe will tell them when the time is right. Focus on you. Focus on your safety, the safety of your loved ones. Focus on your happiness. I just feel this energy right now, this strong energy within us in this collective of just really wanting to pull back. And you know what? That is absolutely okay. You're allowed to feel that way, and you're allowed to follow through with it if it's the best thing for you at this time. So go ahead and pull back. You have every right to honor yourself in that way. I just heard Spirit say things are going to get worse. Or no, that's not what they said. They said things are getting worse before they can get better. But it's actually not getting worse. It's just the way it's being perceived of. What's actually happening is things are coming to light. The truth is coming out. And so that can make it feel like things are actually getting worse when no, things were always this bad. Things were always this tumultuous. But we just couldn't see it clearly. Now we can. The truth is coming out and justice will be served. Period. That's all there is to it. May not happen in this lifetime. You may not actually see it happen for yourself, but it will happen. Everybody has to come back to their own selves at some point in their existence. That's where the true judgment comes from. When we pass over, right, when we cross back into the spiritual world, it's not God that judges us. It's our own selves. Because we know what we set out to do when we came here. It's not God that judges us. It's our own selves. So if you're not in alignment with yourself, if you're doing things that you know that your higher self or the core of yourself says, I can't do this. This is not good. This is not a good idea. You really need to listen to that. You really need to listen to that because it's coming through for a reason. Okay, I think that's it. I should probably go now. I've got a bunch of things to do. Got a lot of readings to work on. I'm halfway through some I'm halfway through some extra content for the channel right now. I'm working on readings for all 13 signs for a quick year end of in review. We are going through, in which I go through the year of 2021, talk about what that was like for the sign that we're talking to at that time, and then we look into 2022 and see what could be coming forward for you. Like I said, I'm halfway through those, so I'm going to be working on those over time. I'll get them out as soon as they're all completed. I want to get them all done and then put them out, upload them as one chunk. All right, so it makes it fairly easy to find. You know, it's all in order in the channel and all that. But you know what I've really realized, you guys, because part of me kind of wanted to get into some sort of monthly readings for the collective again, or at least sign readings for the collective like I used to. Now I recognize and I realize that I have maybe a better semblance of that over on Mystic Unicorn, because those are weekly instead of monthly. But I did feel myself kind of desiring to go back down that path, which is part of the reason why I said, let me do this year end in review. And also Spirit was kind of like pushing me towards it. It felt right. But you know what I've realized? I've realized just how out of alignment that is for me. Because right before I officially stopped doing those monthly readings, I started to recognize and realize how many obstacles would be put in my way whenever I declared to myself that I was going to do these readings for all the signs, a video for each sign. It's always a struggle. It's always draining. And there always seems to be some sort of obstacles that keep getting in the way from keeping me from keeping up with that schedule or whatnot, whatever. It's funny. And I guess it's a testament to how... To what, Spirit? Oh, whoa. Okay. It's a testament to how the spiritual movement or collective is changing. And it's also a testament to how we need to demand respect for ourselves as readers, as intuitives, as guides and teachers. I've said this many times before. I've talked about this before, but being here on YouTube in this capacity has actually created an extremely toxic environment for us as readers. Because people come to demand free content from us. Anyway, I really don't want to go any further down that road, but just know that I'm working on this extra content for the channel. Like I said, I'm halfway through it, and I'm going to be offering I'll be offering that reading, that spread, to whomever would like to get it, to whomever would like to see it. Again, I look at 2021, talk about that briefly, and then we look at 2022 and talk about that briefly. So think about it. I'm not offering it yet. I'm not going to be offering it until I release the videos, which I'll have finished in the appropriate time. So look out for that. I'm going to go now. I love you all so much. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I look forward to connecting with you again for our next cup of coffee tomorrow morning, potentially. Yes? Excellent. Take care. Mwah. Bye.